If you have been a follower for a long time, you all know me how honest I like to be. I will always be honest no matter how painful, no matter how hard, no matter how embarrassing. And this year I have been subjected to so many things, to so many dramas, to so many, that left me looking bad. On top of that, I have let so much anger, so much bitterness consume me. It has consumed me emotionally, physically, mentally. That is so draining. Kila kitu ilianzia last year January. By the way, it did not start this year. It only came to the limelight this year January, but I have been battling with this from last year January, after my friend took screenshots and akatumia Murugi, akatumia Edgar Obare. She was also sending to her friends. The friends were creating pseudo accounts. They were sending me those screenshots and they were threatening, wakiniambia they are going to be sending to bloggers, maniambia nitume pesa. But I told them to go ahead and send the screenshots, because I wasn't going to send any money to anyone, because utashinanga ukituma pesa hivyo hivyo, it's never going to be enough. Every time wanakuthreaten unatuma hivyo. So do I have the money to keep bribing so that story is not out there? Anyway, so come January, nakumbuka nilikuanga niko salon. So nikiwa kwa salon, my husband sent me a screenshot and a message akiniambia, hey, how come Yummy Mommy is requesting to follow me? So niko kwa salon, nikaonanga hiyo screenshot amenitumia, and then the text was like, hey, how come Yummy Mommy ananitumia friend request on Instagram? So alikuwa ananiuliza hivyo because alikuwa anajua. Let me be honest with you, I used to be a follower of Murugi. When there's a time I tagged Murugi, Terence na Natalie, because there's a time I used to follow them religiously. So there's a time I made a post nikasema my favorite people yeah, I said my favorite people on Instagram is Terence, Murugi, Natalie Tewa. Ile time alikuwa na date that tall guy, I can't remember, the tall handsome guy. So yeah, I was a follower of Nanina. My husband used to know that, so kashanga. So he was wondering how come Yummy Mommy anamtumia friend request. It was strange, it was weird. So when I saw the screenshot, and me already nilikuwa ninajua, so nikajua tu like anamtumia your friend request kwa sababu ashafikiwa na hizi screenshots, and obviously sasa ameenda akanitafuta, akanipata na akapata handle ya bwana yangu, and now he wants to. Nilikuwa nishajua, so I started panicking. Nikapatwa na instant diarrhea. I remember going to a public toilet in town, CBD, na kwanza ni ya kusquat. Guy, sinilihara. Guy, sijai hara. Mpaka nikisimama nilikuwa nasikia tule tushilingi mtu usikie hivi. I knew what's about to go down. So any minute I was just expecting tena na tuma screenshots zingine. So this year has been hard. It has been painful. As much as sometimes that like I look like I'm doing just okay, but the number of times I have cried myself to bed, I cannot even count. Going through separation with someone I have been married to for 10 years has not been easy. On top of that, the bitterness and the anger that I let it consume me, drained me emotionally, mentally, almost physically, has been killing me. And on top of that, having to go through all the trolls, all the insults online by people who understand nothing about this whole story. Because you know what happened? YouTubers and bloggers, when they did this cheating story, like when Edgar Obare did the story and he reached out and asked for my side of the story, he posted it on a channel that is paid for. So if you have not paid for that, most people are not able to access the story. And people who now, like from the other bloggers and YouTuber, were stealing the story from Edgar, and then wakienda kuipost wanaiweka na headlines kama like Yummy Mommy's husband cheats on her with Nas Judy, ingine msiju unapata wameweka Nas Judy assaulted over cheating with Yummy Mommy. Like headlines ilikuwa zina cover in a way that mimi na Zaktu tulicheat. It wasn't, there's nowhere that covered how Yummy Mommy cheated and how my husband cheated. So every time someone comes to do my DM is just insulting me like, oh, unajifanyanga tu hapo a good nurse and you're just a homewrecker. Like, Juicy, I was just doing a story on relationships, and unajua tulikuwa tuna joke, not even kujoke, we were just having like actually a serious conversation, but sometimes I like to make it fun. So I was just doing stories on relationship na vile soko imeoza huku nje, and saying how it's not easy after I was married for 10 years and now having to go back on the dating pool, and how it is tough to get someone who is real, genuine, you know. And then someone wrote to me like, ati you deserve that because you went breaking Murugi's home, now see how you're suffering, wewe uliachwa, yeye bado wako pamoja. And I'm like, wait a minute, how did I break Murugi's home while already Murugi was gallivanting her vagina right, left and center, from cheating on Zach with her former boss Kevin Twisa, mara ni baby daddy, and different other men? How did I break her home when she was already cheating everywhere in Nairobi, trying to sleep? Actually, I'll attach a screenshot. You can see the husband threatening to expose her for all the cheatings. If anything, mimi ndio nilikuwa nabembelezana na Zach na namwambia no, there is no need. So how did I break their home when Murugi was already cheating on her husband? I know the size, the color, the position, the location of her vagina from all the videos, the nudes that she was sending to Kevin Twisa. Yeah, my mommy, when she was breastfeeding the small baby, Kaitango Tanu, or I don't know the name, she was sending lactation videos. I will never forget the sight of that video where my mommy was pressing her breast milk in a sprinkle hivi, just because her lover Kevin Twisa amemwambia kuna lactation fantasy, so anataka nudes lactation fantasy, so alikuwa na press maziwa hivi, ana press breast hivi, maziwa zina sprinkle shwee, and she sends. And then that is someone that you guys are claiming I broke their home. Are you even guys serious? I'm not in any manner justifying my actions. Despite my husband cheating on me, I was wrong on stepping out of our marriage. It was disrespectful. It was ugly. The whole situation of the cheating, this is cheating, cheating, right? You know, he was cheating, I was cheating, Zach was cheating, the woman was cheating. I don't know. Like, you know, it was like a chain of just people who are cheating, who are married and they're cheating. It was something that was very ugly. And looking back at it, I kind of sometimes punish myself so much about it. I hate myself so much about it. I sometimes I'm so hard on myself to have been involved in such a thing. And these online things does not even make it even any better. Even all you guys who come typing long DMs, insulting me and saying stuff, you're all going through that. It's only that we were going through ours in public. Nyinyi mna go through huko chini ya maji, hakuna mtu anaelewa, but a good percentage is going through this. Infidelity is happening, cheating zina happen, si ndio wa kwanza ama ndio wa mwisho, it's happening. And yeah, we have a few percentage of people who are loyal. I don't really need to make anybody understand why I was so angry and bitter with Yummy Mami, but this woman, ushiona mtu roho chafu, ushiona mtu anajua ku incite. Yani this woman was constantly texting my husband, inciting him, akiongeza uongo on top of zile screenshots ametuma, anaongeza uongo. Like, she's texting on a daily akimwambia, I hope you're not going to take that level of disrespect. Yani, can you imagine someone who is talking about level of disrespect? Na huyu ni mtu mwenye mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa namtetea kwa bwana yake asiachwe after like Zach found out she was cheating, because Yummy Mami started cheating on her even before me and Zach were meet. And then sasa ile time tulikuwa tushamit na tukaanza kuwa friends and whatever, hiyo time tena tukiwa pamoja na Zach akacheat tena mara ya sijui sasa ni ya tatu, na time ndio alimpata Kevin Twisa is ndio hiyo time alikuwa anatuma nudes, the nudes mimi mpaka nimeona the shape, the size, the color of her vagina. I've seen how her boobs look like because she was sending sprinkling milk. Juu Kevin Twisa alimwambia kona lactation fantasy. Wow, that's a very weird fantasy. But yeah, that's the time she was breastfeeding Mutanu ama aka katoto kadogo kao. She was sending breastfeeding. So huyu ndio mtu mwenye anaenda kuambia bwana yangu aniache kwa sababu he shouldn't take that kind of disrespect. Now from the screenshots zenye walikuwa na share, and then now she goes ahead to tell my husband afai kuchukua hiyo level of disrespect. Yani nikakaa hivi nikasema how dare she. Yani hiyo time ndio nikakaa hivi nikaelewa, because when the husband used to tell me venye she's a fake woman, controversial, and that's the thing that actually helped her to thrive in content creation. Because you know, when you're controversial and you're fake, you tend to thrive more often. Actually, it's a good thing for her. You know, if anything is making you money, go. But yeah, the husband, I remember akiniambia hiyo kukua fake, controversial, pretender, hypocrite is, you know, she really is. Cause can you imagine online, even those two segments alikuwa anafanya za relationship, unapata mtu amekuja amemwambia oh, my husband is cheating on me, my husband is a narcissist, and then she goes like, girl, you should know your worth, you should know your value, you know what to do, throw the man in the bin. Na saa hizo is the period yenye mwenyewe ako busy ana cheat, ako busy anachitiwa on, ako busy anapigwa na amekaa, anashinda every day. This woman was slapped on 2 occasions and she stayed. But akienda online, there is like a segment mtu amesema alifanywa like some sort of assault by the husband, anawaambia toka, leave, you should know your worth, no one should lay a hand on you. But she's still in her marriage till now. This woman atashinda akiambia watu, oh, you shouldn't stay with a narcissist. Every day anatuma long text TV, because I used to have an access to both phones za Zach, and I used to peep their messages. Tabia Mbaya, I know. And then she is just texting how narcissist Zach is. Sijui anamuita mpaka majina zingine zinakaa ni kama mental disorders za narcissist. Mpaka mimi mwenyewe nasa hata mpaka sikuwa ninazijua hiyo time nilizionea kwa hiyo text. Akikuja online, oh, I love my husband so much, anaandika ma paragraphs za venye the same day. Mpaka remember there is a time tulikuwa tumekaa na Zach, we were viewing her Insta story, and then tukaanza kuona paragraph alikuwa ameandika akisifu Zach, akisema venye anapenda Zach, and that morning alikuwa amemwandikia whole paragraph ya kumtukana, akimuita narcissist nini, mpaka akasema unaona venye anakuanga fake, unaona venye anakuanga psycho, sijui nini, now between me and her who is a narcissist, sijui who is toxic. You know, so anyway, this woman continues to give lies on top of lies and inciting my husband, saying you shouldn't take that level of disrespect. Akaanza kumwambia, you know me, I've made the decision to separate from my husband, I can't take the disrespect. Imagine, mtu ametuma nudes, he's telling my husband he can't take the disrespect. And so he kept calling, akiuliza, what decision have you made? Yani, kama alikuwa anataka kumake sure nimeachwa. But anyway, given that my husband had cheated on me and nilikuwa nimemforgive, and now we decided we are going to work things, he decided to block her, he deleted all those stuff that Yummy Mommy was sending her, and we decided we are going to work through our things. And that was last year, January. And throughout the year, it wasn't easy. It was really, really challenging. Let me tell you what infidelity can do to your relationship or marriage. It's going to be hard to sail through. You know, marriage challenges, issue, finances, fight zingine, it can be easy to sail through. But when it comes to infidelity, it's a whole different ball game. Guy, yani, you establish your trust and taking back the relationship to where it was, it becomes so hard. For me, like, I feel like I'm forgiven, I'm ready to move on. But for him, from those screenshots that Yummy Mommy sent, nika zilikuwa zinamtrigger, because we could be fighting about something totally different, and then unasikia tu conversation yetu ya fight imeenda back to those screenshots yenye ana highlight ka screenshot yenye ya mimami alituma. Unaanza sometimes kusikia akisema, I wish ya mimami hakunitumia hizo screenshots, I wish I didn't have to see the screenshots. Ni kazi zilikuwa zinamtraumatize, yani ni kazi zilikuwa anazireplay. And every time I used to see that, it used to make me hate ya mimami times 100, times 1,000,000. Every time now this is coming up in our fight, it used to intensify the bitterness and the anger towards ya mimami, because nilikuwa na feel like, kama siye kutuma hizi screenshots, maybe it wouldn't be like this. Yani, I have done all I could to try and work on what I feel towards that woman. Yani, I even had to unfollow those people, you know, I wanna post content yake sana. Someone like Lydia Kim, I was a huge fan, but I had to unfollow her. Maureen Bandari, I was a huge fan, but you can notice content yake ikona Murugi sana. I had to unfollow, and I'm not you know, they work together, they're friends, and you know, they have to post, and you know, so it's me to see how to deal with it. And by dealing with it, in the uzuri Instagram inakuwa imeweka unfollow, block and what, so I just unfollowed them, I didn't block them. So you know what used to make me feel bad, cause mimi nilitetea mimami kwa Zack sana. By the way, nilimtetea sana, because I remember before me tuanze kukuwa na like an actual cheating relationship, ile time alimpata akicheat, alikuwa threaten atamwanika nini, akimcall names, and me hapo nilikuwa akisema venye, you know, by the actually at some point Zack aliniambia that's why he has been hiding so many things from Yami Mami about like his plans, his goals, his investments. At that time kuna vitu zenye alikuwa amemfichia about investment. I don't know by now when they rekindled their whatever their love, maybe ameamua kushare, but that time he was still hiding things from him. Again, he didn't like the way Yami Mom used to overshare every little details of their life, so that used to make him feel like he wants to hide even investments or something to do with some of the finances from her. So your time when they were going through those issues that sasa Yami Mami kumcheat, I remember mi nilikuwa natetea Yami Mami, because first as a woman mi nilikuwa ninamfeel. The second one, because me before tuanze kuwa na cheating relationship na Zack, I was a fan, so mi nilimtetea sana. But for her, the minute the screenshots landed kwa mikono yake, all she did was send all of them, aki-highlight, aki-incite, akisema, oh, don't take disrespect, you should wow. But the most interesting thing is like the way she was just gallivanting in radio stations, trying to deny stuff to save her face and her marriage. But we all know she's living a lie. Even now, I'm sure she's struggling. Working through infidelity is not easy. I was there, and by the time I walked out of my marriage, it was not because Atisasa she said niachwa na nikaachwa, because even after she said that, we were able to work through our marriage for 1 year, but it got to a point, the constant fight, the constant reminder of how I cheated, I was subjected to emotional pain for a long time throughout the year. Mpaka nikasema, no, it's not worth my mental health, it's not worth it. And so the last time when I walked out, he did something bad in relation to this cheating story, and that's the minute I decided, you know what, I can't take this anymore, and I walked. Yeah, so I've seen people coming to tell me, oh, ati ulidhani unaenda kuharibu boma yake, but when ndio ulienda kuachwa. It's not because she said niachwe ndio niliachwa, by the way. It's just because you were not able to, you know, people deal with infidelity differently. And let me tell you, in marriage, wacha nikwambie, any other challenge can be so easy to work through, but infidelity is a whole different thing. Like, and especially for men it's hard, because for like him, yani hakuwa imagine how I could ever cheat on him. My husband never imagined I would ever cheat on him. It came to him as a shock. It honestly damaged him. It damaged his ego. It did a couple of things to him, which I understand even why sometimes he reacted the way he reacted. I don't want to justify his mistake or what, because what he did to me was wrong. He was not supposed to do that to me. But also, men don't take cheating lightly. It's the hard truth. Double standard Zico. When they cheat, is kind of like okay, and we're supposed to forgive them and forget. But when we cheat, we are supposed to be subjected to physical and emotional torture, because that's exactly what happened. I cannot lie to you guys, my marriage coming to an end was very painful. It was not something I had imagined that would ever happen to me, because we had a very beautiful, pure, genuine thing going on for like 8 years before all this infidelity came knocking our door. I enjoyed a beautiful, genuine thing. Mpaka nakanga hivi nashangaa, will I ever get such a thing ever again? Because honestly, before like aanza kunicheat na mimi nimcheat, and me I did not even cheat because I was trying to revenge. It just happened because we just started growing apart, and you know, as always, as human beings tunapenda could blame the devil. The devil got a chance at this period where we were growing apart. That's when I met Zach, and at the time Pia, he was going through stuff, so it was easy to mingle and start an emotional connection. Most of the time I try not to regret things I have done in life, and I still don't regret anything, because at that particular point it felt good. What I feel bad, what hurt me the most, what is painful is the consequences that the cheating came with. You know, like when such things happen, when a marriage comes to an end, it does not only affect one person, two person, it affects like the kids, the family setup, and so many things. It's just hard, it's just painful. And given that we had a very I don't want to cry.